Hello witches, welcome back to the channel. This is Hectarios once again. For this video, this is a bonus video basically. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading focusing on messages from the ancestors. This is for Samhain, for the Samhain Sabbat. I already did my weekly / Halloween reading, but I felt like I should do another bonus reading specifically focusing in on the Samhain Sabbat and the messages from the ancestors in particular. So that's what this video is. First, I do want to share and say, if you did not watch this week's reading and this combined reading for this week and for Halloween, make sure that you watch that before this. And in that reading, I was talking about kind of being our own worst critics and being more severe and judgmental of ourselves than other people would be of us, like our friends and our family. And that reading was also saying about how we're all doing the best that we can, and to not be so hard on ourselves basically, and to understand that life is perpetual learning, it's perpetual growth, and you need to look at, whatever you are doing, you're doing the best that you can, and it is a lot of work that you are doing and that you are putting in, and to just sort of acknowledge everything that you're doing, everything that you have done, everything that has led you to this moment. So that was a major theme in the reading, so I figured that that would become important as we got closer to Halloween and Samhain. Well, last night when I was going to sleep, I sort of went through this process of, and this was spontaneously, I was not even thinking about the tarot reading or anything. I started going through this mental process of analyzing myself and my spiritual growth, my spiritual progress, my current life, and just super critically analyzing it. It didn't feel negative to me though. It felt like it was something that was needed and that was necessary to recenter myself and recalibrate myself on, aligning with my highest ideals and my highest goals and aspirations and intentions for my life and for my spiritual path and my spiritual growth. So I felt like it was a necessary, needed thing. It did not feel negative to me in any kind of a way. It also felt like a process of reaffirming my path. So I just kind of wanted to share that. I did have a manifestation of the forecast from the weekly reading already last night, and I figured some of you might have gone through some experience like that as well with these energies, with these Samhain energies, or you might be going through that with these Samhain energies. And I feel like it's definitely one of the ways that the ancestors are coming through and giving us their support and their understanding and their encouragement for our life, for our paths in all aspects and areas of our life, but grounded and centered through our spirituality and our spiritual path. So I just wanted to put that out there because I feel like this will also affirm to you all if you have also experienced something like that. This sort of introspective, retrospective, almost like you're taking stock on your life. that is something that tends to occur during Samhain and Halloween and the dark half of the year. It's totally normal and natural, and you should view it as a positive thing because it's being honest with yourself. It's looking at your life, and just being honest about where you've been and where you're going. And I feel like that's a very grounding and centering process, and it's very positive overall. So, with that said, let's get into this reading. So, like I said, I'm going to focus on messages from the ancestors with this reading in particular. So, without further ado, this is our Samhain ancestor bonus reading for this Sabbat. I'm using the Lamina Tarot, by the way. How I align myself with the mighty ancestors and the holy dead. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards, so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so mote it be. Please give us your spiritual guidance for the Samhain Halloween Sabbat, so that we can use these energies for our highest good, greatest success, and joy. And please let your messages come through these cards. Thank you, and so mote it be. Okay, I think I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit for y'all. So, high energy reading. We have the King of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Temperance card. So, a lot of intense energy with this. The King of Wands. This is all about that fiery, active, projective, dynamic energy, given form and embodiment through us and through our actions, through our works and our deeds and our words. This is the energy of intention, initiation, and the aspect of initiating actions, initiating projects, initiating new goals. This is that energy. It's almost of fiery passion, and how that is charismatic. I mean, look at this guy. It's that energy that when we stand in our passions and when we act upon them, when we pour our passion into anything that we're doing, that is an attractive, charismatic, and commanding force working through us. This card is also about being the catalyst for changes. Not looking to outside influences, to help us or to bring the changes that we're seeking, but to be the source of the change that we seek and that we need in our lives. And also being a positive influence for others. Because the King of Wands is also a very fatherly card. It's very nurturing for others. So think about this. This is the only court card in the reading, so I feel like this is a representative of the type of energy that we need to embody this Samhain. The next card is the Ace of Swords. This is such a beautiful card. The Ace of Swords is all about taking this energy of the King of Wands and putting it forth in our words, in our communication. Whether that is, this is words written or spoken. And in the modern times, even text messages, emails, status updates, the use of social media as well. Pictures speak 1,000 words and things like that. I feel like this energy is communication. And once again, it's putting this King of Wands, this dynamic, changeable, fiery, passionate energy, and giving it form through our communications as well. And the Ace of Swords is also about breakthrough in communications. So this would be a very good time to do a lot of inspired writing or to find inspiration with current writing and different projects that you may be working on. And once again, this could also be the spoken word too. So presentations and things like that as well. This is a powerful time for clearing up communications, for bringing clarity, for bringing change through your words as well. Once again, change for the better. Because of that crystal clarity, because of that level of communication, it can change things. It can bring healing. It can, it could end things that aren't healthy. It could begin new things that are positive. Okay? And that's very powerful. And the final card for this reading is Temperance. And I feel like that's very interesting, because if you look to the first two cards, we have fire and air. And then if you look at Temperance and the energy that she's playing with in her aura, it looks like it's, the same colors, fire and air, fire and water. And the Temperance card is all about working with the energies within and around us and finding a way to not only find balance and harmony, but to make things work, for our highest good. The Temperance card is about having an adaptable, changeable disposition. The world around us is constantly changing, relationships, in the environment, the cycles and the patterns of life, and the world at large. They're always fluctuating, they're always changing, and we ourselves, we are always changing and fluctuating. And so we do need to have a disposition of adaptability and changeability. Circumstances change, and we need to be able to navigate through that and still pursue our highest ideals and highest goals despite changes. And that's what this card is all about. It's finding the right mixture and knowing and understanding that you will constantly have to keep doing this because of the changeable nature of the universe and of the world around us and of other people's intentions and interactions, and because of our own changes and fluctuations. You will constantly have to be able to blend things and find balance. And that was also touched upon in the last reading that I did for this week and for this Sabbat as well. This concept of, that it's an ongoing process. You're doing the best you can, and you're always doing the best you can. In situations and different things like that, in the outer world, there's cycles of ups and downs and highs and lows. But, stay centered. Stay adaptable with this energy. And that will serve you very well when it comes to pursuing long-term goals and things like that. So, overall, what I'm feeling with this message from the ancestors is that this is a powerful time to create positive changes in our lives. If you have been going through a dark period, if you've been going through a period of struggle and hardship, if you've been going through a period where things just felt inert and stagnant and murky, what this message is saying, what the ancestors are saying, with all of their support, with all of these ancestral spirits coming in, giving their blessing, their protection, their cleansing, their renewal, all of the beautiful positive energies that they bring, they're telling us that we are empowered now, that they have our back, and that we can do the changes that we need for the greater good. And so take stock of your lives. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, do that analysis of where you've been, where you are now, and where you want to go. And know that you have the support behind you with the ancestors. And that they will be helping you along the way. And understand that all of this is a process. And it is an ongoing process. So that's the message for this reading. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have a great Halloween Sabbath. And I hope that you get those deep, meaningful connections and breakthroughs in communication and taking positive actions towards your highest goals and ideals. Hail to the witches, hail Hecate, and blessed be.